Hello, YouTube. This is the True World 101. And this is going to be my first video out of many. So I'd just like to introduce myself real quick and then go through the schedule I made up that I'm going to try to keep for my uploading times. Okay, here we go. Payne, I'm 16 years old. I live in Massachusetts, USA. And you'll know what things I enjoy from when I go over the other stuff. So basically, all my videos for now, because I do not have a webcam, are going to be talking over Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Network videos. Until I find a webcam, and then my Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos will be still in Dual Network, but my other videos will be on the webcam, of course. Okay, let's go over it. Okay, Mondays I'm going to be doing book reviews of some sort. Now this schedule, I'm not sure exactly when it's going to stop. When it starts, I'm going to keep it. It might start in like a week, but it's not going to start right away. But anyway, Monday I'm going to do a book review. I might do more than one of some occasions. So the kind of books I enjoy. I'll tell you what kind of books I'm going to be reviewing is sci-fi, fantasy, and stuff like politics. Like, from recent, like I'm just reading The God Delusion now, so stuff like that, and science books, like Research Tea Time, Stephen Hawking I have to read after this, stuff like that. And yeah, if I'm gonna go read over new books I've already read, just so I can review them, and because like the really good ones I've read, like Wheel of Time series, the Mistborn series, I'll go over those soon. Just so on Tuesday, it's going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual commentary or Yu-Gi-Oh! Casting. By casting, I mean I'm going to be talking. Oh, I'm going to be watching two other people do it and just talking about their doing. Now, I'm not the greatest Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, but I'm okay, I think. My main deck that I used other. I'm going to be using other decks now. I'm going to be making videos. My favorite decks to use are Gaergia Karakuri and Infinity XYZs. But of course, I can use other decks. I'm going to try to upload one of those every Tuesday. I'm going to upload it. So when I'm uploading it, I'm going to decide when I'm uploading it. I'm going to talk over it. And even if I end up losing, I'm going to upload it. I'm not going to redo it. Even if I horribly misplay. Because you got to live with your mistakes. And I don't want it to be truthful, you know what I mean? On Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. This is going to start off with Gaergia Karakuri's. It's of course going to be the beginning. It's going to be Gaergia Karakuri's. Sorry. I have a little cold. Beginning is going to be Gaergia Karakuri's. And then after that, well, I'm just going to give you my first three things I'm going to do. First I'm going to do Gaergia Karakuri's, then I'm going to do it for one of the XYZs, then my Dolces, and then on from there. Now, I tend not to use Tier 1 decks, so don't expect me to be doing Dragon Rulers or Spellbooks anytime soon. Because I just do not like playing the complete meta. Other stuff like Tier 2s, I might do more Males or Fire Fist for now. But as soon as I Tier 1s again, I'll start playing them. On Thursday, I'm going to do a show or a movie review. So this is going to be, it could be anything. It depends what's going on. If I recently watched a movie online somewhere or I got in the movies or something, I might review that movie. If not, I might review a show. Either it's something that's not new and that's just on, like Project Free TV or something like that, and I like it, and I've watched it and I want to talk about it, then I'm going to talk about it. If not, it might be like the newest episode of Breaking Bad that was on. It starts again, August 11th. The newest episode of Doctor Who when it starts again. Newest episode of Walking Dead, something like that, maybe. Friday is going to be a political or religious rant. So it's just going to be talking politics, like if something happens, like this Friday, if nothing else comes up that I can think of, I'm going to be talking, and if I'm making videos by then, I'm going to be talking about the George Zimmerman trial. my views on that whole thing. I gotta look a little bit more into it than I already have, so I can be a little bit more of an expert on it. So I can have a little bit more know more what I'm talking about. Pretty sure I know my opinion is that kinda was guilty in my eyes, but I'm gonna look more into it and maybe I'm wrong. I haven't looked that far into it other than what I've seen on the news and stuff, so I know that's not enough to go by. So I haven't really argued for or against it yet, so by the time it's Friday I'm gonna have looked at all of that. Sad and religious fans. I'm an atheist, so it can be stuff like I'm gonna be eventually I might debate Pascal's wager or why that's a silly thing to do, or the cosmological argument, the ontological argument, the teleological argument, stuff like that. Anything that comes up like that. Any abuse of power by a church or something like that. And then Saturday is going to be the free choice. I can upload anything on Saturday. It could be something funny. It could be a comedy thing. It might be another deck profile, another book review. It might be another one of the regular things I do. And it might be interesting. It might not be interesting. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be just a rock paper scissors shoot contest. I don't know. Rock paper scissors contest. I have no idea. It could be anything. It could be disgusting anything. It's really up for grabs at this point. If you have any suggestions for a Saturday video, go ahead. It might occasionally be a Call of Duty video, or a Minecraft video, or Halo, or Battlefield, or something like that. The only problem with that is, see, I have an Xbox 360, and I have the games, but all I have is a really, really cheap Dazzle. I do not have the money to buy a better PVR. So the Dazzle's not really good. The quality is very terrible. And I don't know, it's just not worth it. And I'd rather, if I'm going to upload video games, which I might start doing, I'd rather do 64 games that I have. So Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, stuff like that. And then Sunday is going to be my day off. Or if I, for now, until I have something to do. So yeah. And tomorrow I'm going to get started with my deck profile. But, yeah, so today's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel commentary, so I'm just going to be casting the rest of the duel. I'm just going to be talking over the rest of the duel that's on here. So if you came here for my schedule, you can leave now. If you've been watching the duel and you're interested in some other stuff, you can come back when that day comes and I'll be ready. But for the rest of this video, I'm just going to be talking about the rest of this duel and casting it. So at this point, he's already come back, and I'm back in the game, and I'm going to summon Fortress. Now, I have a cannon, so even if Fortress gets knocked out, I have a backup. So I'm going to attack into his dude, and that's enough game. Now, so far this game has been very even, very even. If I didn't have Part of Avarice, it probably wouldn't have gone through. But I have my turn. Now, he's going to... I think this is at the point where he puts in he stalls out. He's not stalling. Now, if you haven't noticed, this is my Gaergia Karakuri deck with a Machina engine in it, and I'm playing I forget what they're called. Anyway, that's what they're called. Very bad. Anyway, I'm sure he's. Meklords. I'm playing Meklords, which is an okay deck in my opinion. It's not great, but he seems to be playing it okay. Now, right here, he's looking at his extra deck a lot, and I'm really worried that he has another Black Salva, and he does have another Black Salva. So he's gonna go into I was thinking he was going to go into what do you call it, Black Rose Dragon, but I'm like, who plays two Black Rose Dragons, so maybe he's not. And as you see right there, I'm using Bandicam at this point, and I only have a 10 minute trial. As you see, I made sure the transition was soundless. So he just summons this, and I have no way to attack over it. There's really nothing I can do at this point until wait till I draw something to attack over, and wait till he tries to make a play. So he just draws, he just skips. I summon Giga Armor. At this point, I'm thinking, yes, I can go into Pappy. I just gotta wait a turn. And I can go into Pappy next turn. If he summons something, I'm gonna Solemn Warning it, and then next turn go into Pappy and go for game. And he doesn't even summon something, so I just flip summon. I draw Phoenix Chain, which would have been useful if this didn't work out. So I am obviously gonna add Geargia Accelerator. Smartest thing to do. What I was thinking is see what I don't think of sometimes in these situations, like right then, I could have added Gigarna on K11, and I could have almost summoned it, and I would have just had the extra 1,000 attack on the field, and I would have had the MK11 in the graveyard for when I guess I do the other one to make Zen mains. So I just make Pappy, and then he just scoops, and we're going to go to game 2. See, that's why I keep Pappy, and for stuff like this. I'm always on the roll between Pappy and Photon Papilla Operative. I mean, obviously Pappy is Photon. Oh, sorry. Black Corn or Pappy. They both have their advantage. I mean, Black Corn gets that extra bond damage in. It destroys stuff that Pappy can only allow you to attack over, like Marshmallow, Spear Reaper. I open up with a pretty bad hand. There's not much I can do. I mean, I can set Cezanne and then wait, if he doesn't do anything, and then I can summon the Arsenal, but no, he summons Fortress. So, at this point, he has an advantage, because there's really nothing I can do to get over Fortress at this point. So, I'm basically, I could summon Giga Armor, and he's going to attack over. I'm going to add an Arsenal. I can summon Giga Arsenal. He can attack. I can summon Armor, attack over. I can get an Accelerator. But is that really worth it? So I just set Cezanne, set Bottomless, and set Solemn Judgment. And wait to see what he does. He attacks over the Cezanne. There's really nothing I can do about it. It's unfortunate, but makes sense. So, yeah, next turn. And this is where I draw Limited Removal, Normal Summon, and this is where my plays open up. Normal Summon gives you Arsenal. Of course, I play Limited Removal. Now, this doubles attack, so he has 500 more. And what he should have done is he should have just destroyed my Giga Arsenal if he knew how Giga's played. But I'm guessing he's like, oh, he's going to be destroyed anyway, so I don't have to destroy him. Instead, I'm just going to destroy his back row. He will use this effect to pop my Bottomless. I'm like, okay. I'm just gonna go into Giga Armor and set up for next turn. And next turn you'll see what happens when the deck goes off. It goes off. Now, Limited Removal does not affect Giga Armor. The only reason it's still on the field is because I forgot to send it. It only affects at its resolution and its activation. It's a quick play. It does not affect Giga Armor. Even if it did, when he said it, would have reset it. So he was a little bit iffy on that ruling for a second, but I looked it up afterwards and it's okay. What I did was totally illegal. So I end my turn, and let's see what he does. I'm pretty sure he just sets a card and ends. It isn't really too small in my mind. So he sets the card and he ends his turn. He takes a while to end his turn. For some reason I think he's AFK, and I message him and then he just ends his turn. But anyway, it's a little iffy. Just being patient. Okay. So anyway, so So yeah, if you enjoy my videos, like, favorite, subscribe, whatever. Tomorrow's deck profile is going to be... And, yeah. So, the phone's ringing. So I'm going to ignore that for now. So I'm going to leave, and you guys can enjoy the rest of this clip. Sorry guys, I got a phone call there for a second, and I had to take that. Now let's get back to the recording. Now I drew into a Geargia Accelerator. Now I'm just going to go off here. A special summon Accelerator. Now I'm just going to summon all my monsters and just go all in. This is what this deck can do. I played Gaergia Karakuri instead of regular Karakuris, because even though when regular Karakuris go off, they go off. Gaergia Karakuris I find to be more consistent, and you can play it even if it doesn't go off. With regular Karakuris, you can just get even if you play like the most consistent build, you can just get this crap hand that you can't do anything with. And then of course you can get these hands where you can just go off and go all in. And I like it better when you can play through bad hands and get set up for good hands. Now I'm looking for Cezanne at this point because I was going to summon my second Watchdog, but it's already in the graveyard because I already used it. I set it for a storm. So I'm not going to be able to go for the double Voido, away draw 2 combo. But, you know, anyway. Some Voido, and the only choice I have here is Quake. Which Quake's a really good card, and I like Quake, but so then I'm gonna go for another way. Quake, and then I'm going to use the draw power. Now, only if I could make 2 windows, I would have got double draw power, which would have been better, in my opinion, than doing this, but after I do this, he scoops. Yeah. So what I would have done, though, is I would have used the second boy's effect to flip his monster into attack mode, and then I would have just attacked probably for game. And if not, I probably could have gone for game if I used Cowboy at the end. And if you enjoy my videos, like, favorite, subscribe, and that's